All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's dive into something super impactful today. Success.
Yeah, and the approach we're looking at today is pretty hardcore.
Definitely. Kind of throws the whole make excuses thing right out the window.
No kidding. This is all about radical responsibility. You own your outcomes, period.
That's pretty intense, but also
Yeah.
kind of liberating, right? To no more blaming circumstances. Just focus on what you can control.
Exactly. You're not a victim. You're in charge. And the world doesn't care for your excuses.
Right. You deliver or you don't. It's that simple. Think about those legendary success stories, people who beat the odds.
Yeah, like the Wright brothers, right? All those failed attempts, but they never quit on that dream of flight.
And Thomas Edison. Thousands of tries to get the light bulb right.
Persistence, man. That's huge. But also belief? These guys, they knew they'd get there.
Self-belief is a game changer. It fuels you, keeps you going, even when things get tough.
Absolutely. And it impacts how you act. When you believe in yourself, you act like it.
But it's not just believing. It's about showing up consistently. Success doesn't just happen overnight.
It's a process, a marathon, not a sprint. You got to build those daily habits, the small stuff that adds up over time.
Like waking up just a bit earlier each day. Use that time to read, learn, work on a passion project.
That's a great example. Think about it. 30 minutes a day, it's like having an extra month each year devoted to your growth.
Or swapping out just 1 hour of, mindless scrolling for something that actually benefits you. Right, exercise, connect with someone.
Tiny changes, but huge results over time. That's the key. Sustainable progress, not some crash course.
But what happens when we inevitably, hit a roadblock? We all stumble sometimes.
This is where things get really interesting. It's about how you view failure. See it as a learning experience, not a defeat.
It's like Edison said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work.
Love that quote. It's about that growth mindset. You learn from your mistakes, you adapt, you keep moving forward.
So we've got accountability, effort, belief, and reframing failure. Now, let's talk about the people you surround yourself with.
Man, this is huge. Your environment shapes your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions. Choose your company wisely.
You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Rings true. Negativity breeds negativity. Surround yourself with positive, driven people.
It's contagious, man. Their energy, their enthusiasm, it rubs off on you. Think about it like
sunlight, right?
Yeah.
Scattered sunlight, you get some warmth. But focus it with a magnifying glass, you start a fire.
Exactly. The right people, they're like that magnifying glass. They amplify your energy, your drive to succeed. So yeah, choose your circle carefully. Who inspires you? Who pushes you to grow? Those are the people who lift you up.
So true. But even with the right people, you got to take action, right? You can have the best ideas, the perfect plan.
But if you don't actually do anything, what's the point? It's like having a treasure map and never leaving the house to find the treasure.
Exactly. And I think sometimes that first step is the hardest. We overthink, we wait for the perfect moment.
And that moment never comes. Perfection is a myth. Just start, action breeds clarity. You learn by doing.
So don't wait for all the answers. Jump in, get messy, figure things out along the way.
That's the spirit. There's no perfect time. There'll always be doubts and fears. Courage isn't about not feeling fear. It's acting despite it.
It's like that feeling when you're about to jump off a diving board. Terrifying, but the moment you leap, it's exhilarating.
Perfect analogy. Now let's talk about something even more precious than money time. It's finite. You can't get it back.
It really makes you think, right? How are you spending your days? Are you investing your time wisely?
The people who achieve great things, they're masters of their time. They prioritize, eliminate distractions, focus on what truly matters.
It's like that saying, if you want something done, ask a busy person. They're productive because they value their time.
And it's not just about work. It's about making time for joy, for things that nourish your soul. But let's switch gears for a sec. This might sound surprising, but generosity, it's a big part of this whole success thing.
Really? Explain that one.
It's about realizing true success isn't just personal gain. It's about making a positive impact on the world,
We're all connected. Our actions ripple outward. So using your success to uplift others, that's powerful stuff.
It is. Whether it's volunteering, mentoring, donating, every bit counts. Now, let's be honest, the road to success, it's rarely smooth. You're gonna hit bumps.
So how do you deal with those inevitable challenges? What keeps you going when you want to quit?
Perseverance. It's that grit, that stubborn refusal to give up. Obstacles are guaranteed, but they don't have to define you.
Think of a mountain climber. Tough terrain, moments of doubt, but they keep pushing for that view from the top.
Exactly. And every step forward, no matter how small, it's progress. You're learning, you're adapting, you're on the right path.
And speaking of adapting, that's crucial in today's world. Things change so fast. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow.
Got to be willing to unlearn old habits, embrace new ideas, keep learning. The more adaptable you are, the more resilient you become.
It's like surfing. Got to adjust to the changing waves to stay balanced and ride that wave to shore.
Hmm.
Now, let's talk discipline. Often gets a bad rap, but
Think of it as a superpower, not a punishment. Discipline is that bridge between intention and action. It's what gets you out of bed on those tough mornings.
keeps you focused when distractions are screaming for your attention. Helps you make those tough choices that align with your long-term goals.
And the best part, discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. It becomes a habit.
Exactly. It's about building those positive routines that lead to big results. And in a world full of distractions, focus is more important than ever.
It is. It's about being intentional with your energy, tuning out the noise, silencing those inner critics, and zeroing in on what truly matters.
It's not about doing more. It's about doing the right things, shining a spotlight on what matters, letting the rest fade away.
Well said. And now, let's talk attitude. It's not about being happy-clappy all the time. It's about approaching challenges with a positive, solution-oriented mindset.
You can't always control what happens, but you can control how you react. Setbacks, they're opportunities for growth.
Absolutely. Failures, they're lessons learned. Your attitude is a choice you make every single day. And look, this might seem basic, but it's crucial. Take responsibility for your own life.
Don't play the victim. Blaming external circumstances gets you nowhere. You're the author of your own story.
You might not control everything that happens, but you control your response. Own your choices, your actions, your outcomes.
It's about empowering yourself to create the life you want. And that brings us to another important point: delayed gratification.
Yeah, in a world obsessed with instant everything, this one's tough. But the most rewarding things in life often take time and effort.
It's about saying no to those quick fixes, those temptations, and yes to your long-term goals. Investing in your future self.
I like that, investing in your future self.
Yeah.
And speaking of investments, let's talk habits. They're the foundation of who you are.
Our health, our happiness, our success, it all boils down to the choices we make, day in and day out. Even small habits, over time.
They compound, they create ripple effects, they can transform your life in ways you never thought possible.
It's amazing, really. And it all circles back to belief, right? Belief in yourself and your ability to achieve those goals.
Belief shapes your reality. If you don't believe you can do it, you won't put in the effort.
So challenge those limiting beliefs. Replace "I can't" with "How can I?" Dare to dream big and believe it's possible.
Now imagine this. You're facing a huge challenge, something that feels impossible. This is where persistence comes in.
Persistence is that fire in your belly. It keeps you going even when you don't feel like it, when you hit setbacks, when you doubt yourself.
You show up day after day. You put in the work even when you don't see immediate results.
Success isn't linear. There will be ups and downs, but keep moving forward. Don't give up on yourself. You'll get there eventually.
And that brings us to something that's not just about success, but about living a good life. Integrity.
Being honest, ethical, true to your word, building a reputation based on trust, doing the right thing, even when no one's watching.
True success isn't just about reaching the finish line. It's about how you got there. It has to align with your values. And finally, let's touch on service to others. It brings purpose and meaning to our lives.
It's about understanding that true fulfillment often comes from making a positive impact on the world around us.
Using your talents, your resources, your influence to make things better.
It's about recognizing our interconnectedness. Our actions have ripple effects. And service doesn't have to be some grand gesture.
Exactly. It can be a kind word, a helping hand, just making someone's day a bit brighter. So we've covered a lot today. Accountability, belief, action, time, perseverance.
Environment, discipline, generosity, integrity, service to others. It's a lot, I know.
It is a lot, but here's the thing. It's all connected. These ideas, they build on each other. It's like a framework for a life that's not just successful, but, actually meaningful.
And that's the key, right? We don't want to just chase empty achievements. It's got to be about something bigger.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up, what really hit home for you today? What resonated?
Tough to pick just one. Maybe that radical responsibility thing. Owning your choices no matter what. Or maybe the belief piece. Knowing deep down you've got the potential. Or maybe, and this is a big one, It's that reminder that success isn't just about you, it's about contributing, making a difference in the world.
So many good points. But now, the million-dollar question. What are you going to do with all this? It's easy to get inspired, but the real work starts when we take action.
Absolutely. So, right now, I challenge you pick one thing, just one thing you can do today to move towards your goals.
Even a small step.
Mm.
Send that email you've been putting off. Make that phone call you're dreading. Spend 30 minutes on a passion project. Heck, even just taking a walk to clear your head can be huge.
It's about building momentum, right? Start small, keep it consistent, and the results will come.
And remember, you're not alone in this. We're all on this journey together, supporting each other, learning, growing. So keep pushing forward.
Before we go, we'd love to hear from you. Any topics you want us to deep dive into? Drop a comment. Let us know. We'll do our best.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Now go out there and make those dreams happen.